In 1965, the Voting Rights Act became law. It outlawed the racist rules that had kept African Americans from voting for generations. That's right. Before 1965, many states used literacy tests and poll taxes and all kinds of other tricks to keep African Americans from voting. But the Voting Rights Act finally made it clear that every American, no matter their race, should have the right to vote. This part of the law required certain states with a history of voter discrimination to get approval from the federal government before they could change their voting laws. Now, without that protection, states have been passing new laws that make it harder to vote, period. The right to vote is the cornerstone of our democracy. The question is, will you be a part of it? Because the truth is, our democracy is at stake. Our very way of life is at stake. We can't afford to sit back and hope that someone else will save democracy. We must be the ones. We must be the ones to step up and make a difference. It's the first and perhaps most important right that we must protect. Because if we can't vote, then we can't really call ourselves a free country. They've eliminated drop boxes. They've limited early voting. They've imposed new ID requirements. In states like Georgia and Texas, they've even passed laws that make it illegal to help others vote. So let's do this together. Let's make our voices heard, and let's ensure that our democracy survives for generations to come. Thank you. The law was born out of decades of protest. Of brave men, it's your way to have a say in the decisions that affect your life, your family, and your future. When you vote, you're not just casting a ballot, you're casting a lifeline. You're casting a lifeline to a better future. Future where your kids can grow up knowing that their country believes in democracy and that they, too, can make a difference. A future where we leave our communities better than we found them. A future where we honor the sacrifices of those who came before us and the work that remains to be done. And women marching for voting rights, for the right to be treated equally, for the right to be free. And let's be clear, this wasn't easy. There was brutal resistance. There was violence in the streets. But the movement for voting rights did not give up. And ultimately their hard work and sacrifice paid off. The law that they fought for became one of the greatest achievements of the civil rights movement. But in 2013, part of that law, called the Preclearance Provision, was struck down by the conservative majority on the Supreme Court. So why does any of this still matter? Why should you care about voting rights? Well, let me put it this way. Your vote is your voice. But here's the thing. When the right to vote is denied to some, democracy is denied to all. So is the fight over. Now it's just changed. The march for voting rights didn't end in 1965. It continues today. I'm just one person, you might say. So am I. But together, we can do amazing things.